coolest thing.
Today on Refined.
I don't think that our flavors are crazy. I just think that they're unique to like being on a donut.
We head to a new shop in Seattle that's putting a twist on the delicious donuts.
This is pure delight, and I know it's on my face. I don't even care.
It's that time for our Refined Bachelor Roundtable. Our crew gets serious about their favorites.
Do you hear that? That's front runner music right there, baby. Like, she's coming up the next week. I know it for sure.
And
I think it might be kind of a secret lake. Not a lot of people know about it.
Refined goes off-roading to see a side of Whistler few get to see. Seattle Refined starts now. Hi everybody, welcome to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. You know, Seattle may not be the donut capital of the world, but we have some serious sweet shops like the iconic Top Pot. And now there's a new kid on the block that's bringing a fresh take to fried donuts. As Refined's Malia Karlinski shows us, this place is really raising the bar.
Seattle's Raised Doughnuts elevates the puffy pastries to an edible art form.
I always say we're not like traditional American shop.
You could call owner Mi Kim a cruller connoisseur and doyen of dough. Sure, they have the flavors you know you love.
We have our maple bar, plain glaze, apple fritter, chocolate bar, and raspberry holes, which is unique to us.
But they also have surprising seasonally inspired offerings.
The fun ones I have are the mango mochi, toasted coconut, and then what is it? Burnt sugar and orange.
With the help of business partner Eamon Liu, Raised Doughnuts opened their Central District location last June. But Mi got her first taste of the food biz when she was just a kid.
So you grew up in the restaurant business?
Uh-huh. My parents owned a little cafe in Sumner, Washington.
They take her to work with them in the wee hours of the morning and always make a stop for donuts on the way.
It's just like the nostalgic memory. Yeah, I love donuts.
She went to culinary school and spent 10 years at Macarena Bakery. Then,
Literally just one day.
It just clicked, and then I think I was in California visiting some friends, and I was like, man, if I did a donut shop, I think I'd call it Raised.
she started doing pop-up shops, and people loved her delicious donuts. Mi gave us the 411 on cooking up the perfect donut.
Ready for surgery or making donuts?
Pretty much. Same thing, same gloves.
Same gloves. So do you use the same dough for almost all of your donut
Pretty
flavors?
much.
Okay, so what are we making here?
All right, so this dough I mixed about an hour ago, and then it has to sit and double in size. So not a ton of rolling. I love nostalgia lately. Like, I'm like what, 20, 29, but I'm not ever, like, for the past couple years, all I want to do is like eat things that I grew up eating, like, just everything is like nostalgia based. Like, that's just the most comforting to me.
Do you just literally go down straight?
Yep, straight and twist a little.
Oh, twist a little. Okay, ready?
Yeah. So those are our donut holes. We're really well known for our raspberry holes.
As we cut up the dough for fritters, Mi's pup named Noodle got a tasty treat.
All right, Noodle, sit. Oh, good girl.
Soon it was time to fry them up.
And then now I'm dropping these guys. See how quick that is?
Then the fun part, decorating, starting with their famous raspberry donut holes.
This is the raspberry, ground up raspberry.
It's so pretty. It looks like pigment. You're like a donut painter.
And that's it. This one's kind of more of a dipping.
Next, the mochi.
So you have a little sugar, and all you have to do is toss them. Nice.
Finally, the orange glaze with burnt sugar rings.
I just drop it in, same thing, pick it up. I do want to let these drip a little more, and then you just pick up this guy, so pretty. And you just plop it on top. And that's it.
After all that work, it was time for a taste test.
Cheers! I love cheersing.
Down the pipe.
My favorite thing to do is watch people eat these, because the first time they have it, they're like, they'll put it in their mouth and they'll be like, their eyes just pop. I think that's why. It keeps the wow factor.
It's tart and sweet and off the charts delicious.
Right?
This is pure delight, and I know it's on my face. I don't even care. This looks so pretty. Look at that.
So it's an orange glaze and the burnt sugar rings that we did together.
All right, here it comes. Whoa, that's insane. It's crunchy, then it melts immediately.
Yeah.
Mi Kim and Raised Doughnuts, a combination that's a delicious recipe for success. Malia Karlinski, Seattle Refined.
Ray's Doughnuts is located in the Central District, and we're told their menu changes monthly. To learn more, head to our website. There are a lot of changes going on in Seattle. It seems like there's a new building or renovation happening every day. If you want proof about Seattle's changing landscape, you have to head to SeattleRefined.com. We have the coolest photo gallery that shows famous Seattle landmarks then and now. It shows original photos in front of current buildings like the Space Needle and the monorail. It's that time again for our Refined's Guilty Pleasure of the Week. We're talking about The Bachelor, and we know many of you are not really fans of the show, but our Refined Roundtable, well, they can't get enough.
It's that time of the season again. The Bachelor is going global. This week they're in Thailand. Last week they headed to Singapore. Chris Harrison making that announcement to the girls who promptly lost their minds. Chris Harrison could have told them Omaha, Nebraska, and they would have been doing circles around the mansion.
And before we even go, Chris Harrison comes out and wants to check on everybody. And it was amazing because right out of the gate, he totally calls Hannah the wrong name and calls her like her arch nemesis, which is Kaylin.
How's everybody feeling after yesterday, after last night?
Good.
Kaylin, how was it for you?
Well, my name's Hannah.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, Hannah. Kaylin's over there.
It's like Hannah's already feeling bad about herself, and it just got a little bit worse from Chris Harrison.
The first one I went with Tayshia, who we haven't seen a lot of. They do announce that they're going to be going bungee jumping, which is terrifying, and I think I would have just left. I don't think I would have been able to do it.
We should go bungee.
Colton? You're kidding, right?
No, we should go bungee.
That bungee jump looked sketch.
I've never been, but I don't think that's how you're supposed to jump off the platform. You're supposed to go head first, but they like jumped and their bodies just got ripped into two.
Tayshia legitimately went feet first and then got absolutely destroyed by the whiplash.
The date overall was pretty boring because Tayshia's just a nice, normal girl. So yeah, move on to the next one.
So then it's time for the group date, which I'm sorry, this season, group dates are getting an F, a solid F in my book. They walk up and they're going to this like leech where they put leeches on their body.
Ooh, a little fatty.
You guys want to pet my leech?
I've been leached.
I thought Kaylin stayed at home, but the leech followed me here.
They follow up leech time with eating weird foods at an outdoor market. And I want to be very clear, Singapore is one of the best food cities in the world, and they make it seem like they're eating local delicacies. No, they're just eating weird stuff.
What is it?
Pig feet. Oh my god. That's what I'm talking about. Ew. Is it healed? No.
Take just a little nibble out of it.
What I liked about this group date was Cassie is like a huge front runner for me. I loved me some Cassie.
Yeah, I was even telling my mom when they were kissing, I was like, do you hear that? That's front runner music right there, baby. Like, she's coming up the next week. I know it for sure.
I feel like Cassie and I have an undeniable connection. She makes me so comfortable and really just allows me to be myself.
You know, all the girls get together, and that's what I like to call Courtney starts crumbling. Meet Courtney, by the way, who we haven't really heard from all season yet.
I'll just wait patiently. Eventually, possibly I'll talk to him.
The crux of the drama is that Courtney is upset that she hasn't gotten to spend time with Colton. To that I say, do a little film study before you go on this show, because you know the game, and that's you have to take the initiative. This isn't regular dating, and you're not the Bachelorette, so you have got to go and make your time with Colton.
Basically, the format we're seeing here with these episodes is each new episode, it's Demi versus fill in the blank.
But this show needs Demi. They need her because she is a queen instigator, and without her, that is a boring 2 hours of television.
Wish we had more respect for one another.
Can we go talk?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hannah is still trying to get her name cleared apparently, and I'm like, girl, stop telling him, show him, stop talking.
I think like the most important thing for a man is to know that the woman that he's supposed to be with has noble character, and that you might not trust my character is really scary for me.
It's announced that Kaylin gets the last one-on-one date, and Hannah is not happy about it. I think what Hannah forgets about all of this is she's the one that started this. She's the one that decided to go to Colton and say, I don't like Kaylin. Kaylin deserves the one-on-one date. They have a great time, and things get super, super serious on the show, and Kaylin opens up about something that happened in her past, how she was sexually assaulted in college.
I just had this pit in my stomach, like something really bad happened last night. My girlfriend called me and said 3 of us were all sexually assaulted.
This show doesn't have a history of handling any sort of topic like this well, and I think that this is the first time. I think Kaylin was very strong, and it was honestly a moving 10 minutes of television to watch. It was very profound, and it was very affecting to me, and I think to a lot of people out there.
Think about all the women that have come and gone on this show, and like how they have probably gone through a similar thing. So I think it was really important that they took the time to like hash that moment out.
You're incredibly strong, yeah.
Thank you. I've been through hell and back, but I think every time I open up, it makes me stronger.
So, no surprise, Colton and Kaylin have a connection. Tonight, they head to Thailand, and I hope Hannah goes home tonight. I really just can't watch her anymore.
She's not gonna. It's not gonna happen.
Bachelor airs Monday night at 8 o'clock right here on Como 4. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is so cool.
The short hike that takes you to a hidden trail derailment off the beaten path. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show, everyone. You know, there's something about stumbling into a hole in the wall and discovering a garden of gourmet delights. And I'm not an official foodie, but I'm here to tell you some of Seattle's best bites come from the most unlikely of places. You might miss it driving down 45th in Wallingford, a small convenience store with a kick and poke bar. Raw fish like salmon and tuna, spiced up Hawaiian style, steals the show every day. So many people that talk, oh, I'm going to go get sushi. But I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like poke's really kind of come on, even though it's been around for a while.
Yeah, I think one of the main things is that it's already flavored. You know, you don't need any more soy sauce or you don't need any more wasabi. It's actually all pre-made, all marinated, so all the flavors are just that. So good. So good.
A friend told me about it and said it's worth standing in line for, but I've learned to come at 10 minutes before they close or right when they open, and then you don't have to wait.
The fish is fresh daily, and it tastes like it. This poke is powerful. The beauty of the bowl.
The beauty of the bowl.
This is a salmon. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
You can taste the freshness in that.
Absolutely.
And then we got some avocado here.
We got some guac and
guac.
salad.
Crab salad. You got a good spot here, my man. From Pokey to the Purple Palace, better known as the Quick Pack Food Mart in the Central District. Some call this place the best fried chicken in the city.
People love it.
Made fresh every day, frying up hundreds of pounds a week.
Well, for one, it's Seattle. You know, I make the best chicken.
Quick Pack says the chicken recipe is a deep-fried family secret.
And we have our house ingredient.
They won't cough up the ingredients. And when it comes to rating this spot, they let their chicken do the talking.
You can't judge yourself. Somebody has to. So a lot of people obviously come here just to have the chicken. There are so many first-time customers. There are so many full-time customers.
Good stuff. And you're not going to tell me the secret.
I have to kill you.
And across town in Ballard, Un Bien will catch your eye. The tropical pink decor lights up 15th Avenue. But the Cuban-inspired cuisine is the showstopper. The grilled corn is a big hit, but the Caribbean roast pulled pork sandwich is #1 on the menu.
Comes with the garlic aioli, cilantro, pickled jalapenos, the pulled pork, some caramelized onions, and some lettuce on top.
What do you think the secret is to having a successful restaurant?
I think having the line helps. People drive by and see that, and they're like, oh man, I gotta check that out.
It's great Cuban food, and I'm actually in Florida right now, and this is, I mean, there's great Cuban food in Florida, so this is probably comparable, if not better.
After everybody raving about the sandwich, I had to give it a try. I need some napkins.
Oh yeah, it's definitely messy.
Oh, dude. That's un bien. Tyler, thank you.
Thank you.
That's money. Coming up.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
We head up north and discover one of the prettiest views we've ever seen. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's that time of year when people are hitting the slopes across the Northwest. There are some awesome ski areas not far from Seattle, but the hobby can get kind of expensive. Ask any snowboarder or skier, and they'll tell you that the pricey cost of lift tickets adds up. But don't worry, we have some tips to help ease your wallet. Right now on SeattleRefined.com, we have the inside scoop on snagging ski lift deals at Crystal, Bachelor, and more. Again, that's all on our website. Of course, one of the coolest spots to hit the slopes is up north in Whistler. But as Refined's Carrie Brandenburg found out, you don't need skis to hit the mountain.
If you want to explore a side of Whistler that few get to see, then grab a Jeep. We met our guide Jody at the base of Whistler Village and headed to our first stop, Alexandra Falls.
Oh, wow. That is really cool.
Yeah, so this is Alexander Falls. It's part of the Madley Creek. This waterfall, basically a lot of people end up just bypassing it because there are two really nice, big, beautiful waterfalls right off the side of the highway. And so by the time they get up towards Whistler, because this is a little bit out of the way, about an extra 10 minutes, a lot of people give it a miss.
After soaking up that incredible view, we headed to an untapped part of the mountain.
So we have left the pavement and are heading into the woods. Can you tell me where are we going right now?
Yeah, we are officially off-roading. We are in the Callahan Valley, just outside of Whistler.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
The payoff was worth it. When we reached our final destination, it was seriously one of the most majestic views I've ever seen. Tell me about this lake.
So this lake, I don't even think it's on any maps. I think it might be kind of a secret lake. Not a lot of people know about it. But this is a man-made lake.
We were saying that you do ATV tours as well, and in the summertime, people do actually jump in the lake to cool off.
Yeah, it's drinking quality.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice.
Super fresh, amazing, clean water.
From a hidden lake to a hidden train wreck, our next Whistler adventure had us hitting the hiking trail looking for boxcars lost in the wilderness since the 1950s.
So tell me where we're headed right now.
So we're headed to the train wreck site, and we're on the Sea to Sky Trail at the moment.
Now the way we're going hasn't been open or accessible very long, you were saying.
No, so originally people would hike or bike in and have to cross over the train tracks to get to the train wreck, but that's on private land. So they decided to build the bridge to make it more accessible for people to get across to the train wreck.
Well, this is a little terrifying.
And it moves, just to warn
very
you.
Indiana Jones-esque.
And it's probably a bit slippery, so be careful. You don't want to go in the water.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is so cool. I see 1, 2, are there 3?
Oh no, there's more around the corner.
Oh wow, oh, there's one back there?
So
awesome.
So in 1956, there was a train accident and the cars derailed. And they actually derailed in a rock cut area, so they were jammed in there. And the train company couldn't move them, so they asked a local logging family, the Velo family, if they could come and help. So they came and they dragged the cars up the track and then dumped them in the forest. So all the trees grew around them naturally, and there's no damage in this area. It became a local spot for graffiti artists, for bike trails. They often do jumps off of them, and just a great place to hike and, you know, discover this area in the middle of the forest with train.
Very cool.
To check out more Whistler adventures, just head to our website. Seattle Refined will be right back. Welcome back to Refined. Hey, one more thing to pass along before we wrap up things here on the show. If your goal is to give back in 2019, then we have some ideas for you. We've listed 3 apps on SeattleRefined.com that help you help others. That includes something called Be My Eyes. It helps connect vision-impaired individuals to volunteers. The app is really cool. To learn more about that and other give-back apps, head to our website. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Gard Swanson. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next time right back here on Seattle Refined.